Hi, this is Angie with Simply Life Spirit Guided, and I am here to do a new reading for you that I haven't tried before, but I did it for myself today, and it had a lot of good advice for it. So it's for the full moon, the flower blood moon eclipse tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to use the numerology cards for the first part of the reading. And we'll see what they have to say with this full moon energy. This is for the collective. This is just for collective of full moon energy. And we have don't let pride get in your way. So this flower blood moon eclipse, it's called a flower moon because it marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere, and all the flowers are in bloom. Everything's all pretty by May. So the May's full moon is always a flower moon, but we have a blood eclipse moon as well. So when the Earth is passing over the moon, it's going to appear red to us as it eclipses. But this May's full moon eclipse is full of energy. It's full of possibilities and budding like the flowers with transformational growth. It's full of potential, and it's just a whole lot of energy, and it's because it's in Scorpio, and I don't know a lot about astrology, so this is just what I've heard. It's in being in Scorpio, it's going to bring up a lot of old things, past things for us that we still need to deal with. I work a lot with inner childhood trauma and baggage. So things like that, things from the past. But anyway, let's get into the reading. Now it's just a little bit there about the moon. So don't let pride get in your way. And I feel like this energy is don't be too proud to go with the flow today. Like I feel like a lot of emotions are going to come up. You may want to cry, you may be angry, you may be sad, mad. Just don't let pride get in your way. Don't be afraid to let people see the real you and how you're feeling today, and balance spirituality and practicality. So this is very interesting because right away I got that you need to acknowledge those feelings. You need to really lean into them to feel them and to get rid of them today. Of course, there's practicality. We can't be sitting in the middle of a work meeting or something and just start bawling and crying our eyes out. So just balance that. Like be in an area today, tonight, and where you can let those feelings go, where you can let things come out. And prosperity lies ahead. I love that. When you're freeing all of this old stuff, this old baggage, when you're getting rid of all of that, you have room for new stuff coming in. This is prosperity lying ahead is anything from money, love, a new job, a new home, anything that you consider prosperity. That's you'll have room for all of that coming in, and the answers that you need are coming. I love that. As we let go of all this old stuff, it leaves a lot of questions in our mind, like what's going to come next if I let go of this? Did I really resolve it? Is it really done? Is it really over with? But the answers that you need are coming. I want you to stay still and quiet, very contemplative tonight. And I'll be doing a full moon circle in my Facebook group, Simply Life Inspired. And there's also a PDF that I made for a moon ritual too that I'll put in the description box below here, but that will also be available in the group on Facebook, and I'll leave that link too. But nothing is yet set in stone. So when you're working on not letting pride get in your way, nothing is set in stone. Not everything is cut and dry. Like when I said that you would have questions coming up, like, is this really taking care of this time? I thought I went through Dark Night of the Soul. I thought I already did this, but nothing is ever set in stone. There's always bits and pieces we didn't get all of our trauma or all of the drama in one day at one time. We got it in bits and pieces, and sometimes things trigger different things to make something else come up. But so nothing is yet set in stone. And we have confidence is your key to success. So be very confident in what you're releasing today. Um, when I do things with the moon's energy, I like to make it as an affirmation instead of asking or just saying I release it or something. Just kind of tricks your subconscious into thinking that it's already that way as an affirmation, kind of like I release myself from negative thoughts. I cleanse myself of being embarrassed about something that I did, or I free myself from the memory of something or the action of something, and I forgive myself for these things. If you start with those words, like I release, I cleanse, I free, I forgive, that gets rid of the negative connotation to it. It gives you a chance to go forward as a positive affirmation, but still asking for those things to be not in your life. So take the time to breathe out, like breathing always, like with the meditation, like breathing in is super important, filling your lungs, filling them, is expanding them as much as you can. And but it's so important to breathe out longer than you breathed in so that you have a chance to expel that energy that you're moving around, and that negative energy, letting it out. Just take the time to breathe out. And you have a personal issue reaches resolution. So something that's going on in your life right now is coming to a resolution. Tonight is a good night to get rid of that. It's going to be um, where emotions come up. Communication could be a little iffy. So watch what you're doing, pick and choose your battles wisely, because we have Mercury in retrograde as well, and that's affecting communication. And it's also a very emotional time. We don't want to say things that we don't really mean, but if there are things that are hanging on and have been hanging on in your life or in your past, recent past, or always something, whatever is bothering you, obviously, if it's been in your life for a long time, you've thought about it for a long time. So just choose your words carefully, but a personal issue will come to a resolution by communication. I'm feeling your commitment is being tested. So if things don't seem like they're going very well right now, just know that your commitment is being tested. This is a hard energy to get through with the way everything is. It's just a lot of old stuff coming up, a lot of soul searching, self love, and dark night of the soul kind of stuff, if you're into that. And surrender to the divine, just letting go and letting it be. That's so important tonight. And luck is on your side. And I don't really think, I don't know, I don't think anything's really by luck. I guess the luck aspect of it is if you were lucky enough to pay attention to it or to catch it, because I believe everything happens in divine time for a reason. There is a rhyme and a reason to everything, even though we don't see it and sometimes we don't like it. It's all for our best, our highest good, all in divine time. And you have expect powerful change. This is the a new moon eclipse, but a powerful change nonetheless. This energy in this full moon tonight is powerful change too. And hold your vision, what you're hanging on to, what you're wanting to release from your life, what you're trying to get rid of. Hold that vision, hold the beautiful things that are coming on the other side of that. So I hope that resonated with you. I'm going to go ahead and pick these cards up. I'm going to leave them out. I have a candle lit over here. So I have this candle lit, and I am going to leave that burning with these cards with the intention that this is the best and highest good for the collective until that burns out. But we're going to go ahead and use the Moonology manifestation cards to do this next reading. So we'll leave those there for the evening. And we're going to do 8 cards here, and they're all representing stage of the moon. So this will actually start with the new moon that will bring us back full circle to the full moon. So it is going to be what tonight the full moon is providing insight to until the new moon that's coming. So this is energy you can work with until the new moon. So we're just going to lay these out here. I'm just drawing off the top of the deck after a shuffle. So all right. Okay, we're going to turn these over. We're going to start here. This represents the new moon, and this card is the beginnings and new opportunities that are on the horizon. So take inspired action. If you have an idea about something you want to do in the future, you need to take inspired action to help move forward with that. You can't just have the idea and hope it comes to you. You need to take some kind of actions to go with it. So this next card is the card that things that are your sorry, I've only done this spread once, but it was so amazing when I did it for myself. I wanted to do it for you, but this is things that you're actively manifesting into your life right now. So this is cool your emotions. So tonight, getting rid of those emotional past things is going to be huge because we want to calm our emotions down, pull our emotions back a little bit. We always want to feel into it and feel what we're manifesting, but you need to pull your emotions back. We can't be really needy and whining and crying and begging about it all the time. We need to set our intentions, take our actions, and let that flow. So this is what you're manifesting into your life right now. This is your advice, is to cool your emotions. And this card is things that need to be communicated, especially in a relationship. And it's release your blocks. So once you start communicating those things that you need to communicate, those things you feel like they need said, but you just kept them to yourself, trying to keep the peace, trying to not rock the boat, you're going to release a lot of blocks when you let those things out tonight, and moving through to the new moon. But you're going to be releasing blocks by doing some moon work tonight and trying to be in sync with it. This is the first quarter moon. So the next card that's coming out gives advice about things to consider when you're making an important decision. And this is to know your worth. So when you're making an important decision and you have a lot of things, you had this card. You had this card in this other deck too. It's a new moon in Taurus, and that's energy we're working through with this. But this is something to consider when you're making an important decision. Sorry about that. Like Mercury in retrograde has my brain kind of fried or something. I don't know. But know your worth. Stand your ground. Stay in your full power. This is when you're making an important decision and you have an idea and a direction that you want to go. When we're making any important decision, we weigh out pros and cons or make lists, or we know kind of in our mind which way we want it to go. But something to consider when you're making a decision for this month ahead is to know your worth. And this card will reveal the things you know to be true intuitively, but you might be ignoring them or not paying attention to that gut feeling. Know that you are loved. So this is very telling. Like, love yourself enough to pay attention to that gut feeling, that intuition, that knowing, because If we're reluctant, I think I made up a new word there. If we are reluctant to not acknowledge our gifts and our feelings as valid, that we are spot on for who we are, we know ourselves the best, but we tend to dismiss those things when we think that others will judge us because of that. So, knowing that you are loved by the universe, God, source, creator, that's all you need to move forward. Follow that gut feeling and that intuition. And the next card is a reminder of things that you might need to reflect on. And this is working through your feelings. Like, you might want to reflect back on things that are coming up, feelings that are coming up. I feel like this is still kind of going in a relationship. I think this is the relationship with yourself. It could be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a partnership, a collaboration. Um, I just feel there's something with like another person here. So, something that you need to reflect on at this time is your true feelings. What are your true feelings moving forward? What is your honesty in your heart? And the next card, whoops, is this one. And this shows the areas in your life where you would benefit from more independence. Unleash your kindest self. Like, you need to be more independent, stand in your power, unleash the kindest, sweetest person that you can muster up. This is going to bring, they're telling me, a lot of abundance in. This is going to like start to wrap up this full moon energy. This is wrapping up this season where we're going to start manifesting and pulling things in, but you have to be nice to get nice things back. Like, just be your kindest self, like unleash it, like in all your power, take that power and move forward in the nicest way, best, biggest, good energy that you can move through. And then we have this eighth card is circling right back to coming up on the next full moon. So this card represents the things that need to be released from your life before you can move forward, and it's clear your mind. I feel like right away they said overthinking, like clearing the overthinking, like all of these things that are coming up tonight to work on to move through this energy to the next full moon is everything we need to be released. Like, we're thinking like it's all come to us in the last few weeks. This energy has been building up to big energy, and we need to work through all of this, move forward, and tonight let go of the things that we need to let go of once and for all. Form them as a positive affirmation that forgives yourself. That's going to bring you better energy and really clear your mind before the next full moon. When the next full moon comes around, you will have done a lot of work this month in this moon's energy. So for the next couple of weeks, you really want to follow this moon's energy. And this is the copy of the PDF that I'll um, include the link to. So you can go ahead and click on that and get it. And this has the full moon circle, and it's the flower blood moon eclipse. So this just runs through a ritual or steps that you can take to do things to work through this moon energy. But you can use this repeatedly, especially the next couple of weeks from May 15th when this eclipse takes place. But you can use it for the next couple of weeks, but you can use it for this entire month going through with these cards. So I hope that resonated with you. Sorry about the scatterbrain thing, but um, it's just been one of those days. I appreciate your grace in letting me just be who I am and say what I need to say. I don't ever like clip out parts or edit anything. It is what it is. It came out the way it came out for a reason. So I thank you for that. I hope you'll print out the full moon circle PDF and work on that. So I hope this serves you well, and I will talk to you soon.